On the 13th of October 1917, in the small town of Fatima, Portugal, three young shepherd children prophesied the Virgin Mary's return. A crowd gathered, and what ensued has become known as the miracle of the sun. The crowd is reported to have seen a miracle, but what did they really see in those fields that day? Over 70,000 people gathered in Fatima, waiting for a promised sign. The children had reported visions of the Virgin Mary earlier in the year, and the crowds hoped for a miracle to confirm their faith. Suddenly, the sky darkened, and a strange phenomenon occurred. The sun appeared to dance, spinning, zigzagging, and even descending toward the earth. Witnesses described it as a dramatic sign from God, a divine confirmation of the children's visions. While some saw the miracle of the sun as a divine act, others have suggested a much more mundane explanation. Skeptics argue that the sun's apparent movement could have been caused by optical illusions, the result of mass hysteria, or even psychological phenomena like group delusion. Some point to weather conditions that day, clouds, rain, and strange atmospheric effects, as factors that might have contributed to the dramatic perception of the sun moving in the sky. The crowd gathered at the Cova de Iria during the prodigy of the sun. The Portuguese paper O Dia reported that "the people cried with one voice. Thousands whom faith seemed to transport fell to their knees upon the muddy ground. All the people were weeping and praying." Some accounts from the time describe people experiencing hallucinations or simply seeing what they wanted to see, creating a psychological effect in which people, already primed by expectations, interpreted the natural phenomena as supernatural. Was the miracle of the sun truly a sign from some higher power, or was it a shared illusion? Whatever really happened, the events that followed were truly bizarre. Arturo de Oliveira Santos, the mayor, had the Fatima seers kidnapped and imprisoned. He threatened to have the children executed if they didn't share with him the secrets they had apparently learnt from their visions. Why is religion so often used to avoid the reality of mortality? Irvin D. Yalom's book Staring at the Sun does so in the metaphorical sense, as discussing death is often referred to as futile, in much the same way as staring into the sun is. You'll only hurt yourself in the process. The book offers a profound approach to the universal issue of mortality, offering dialogue and anecdotes of patients who suffer from a fear of death, or death anxiety. Yalom stated in the book that death anxiety is the mother of all religions, which, in one way or another, attempt to temper the anguish of our finitude. The sun, in a spiritual sense, represents truth, a truth that is so overwhelming that it can blind us if we try to confront it directly. Death, the ultimate truth, is a reality that many of us would prefer not to face. And so religion and religious experiences, like the miracle of Fatima, can offer some of us a buffer. I urge you not to distract yourself. Instead, savor awakening. Take advantage of it. Pause as you stare into the photograph of the younger you. Let the poignant moment sweep over you and linger a bit. Taste the sweetness of it as well as the bitterness. Keep in mind the advantage of remaining aware of death, of hugging its shadow to you. Such awareness can integrate the darkness with your spark of life and enhance your life while you still have it. The way to value life, the way to feel compassion for others, the way to love anything with the greatest depth is to be aware that those experiences are destined to be lost. Irvin D. Yalom, Staring at the Sun, Overcoming the Terror of Death.